Hello everybody, welcome to Americado. So we got this week a couple of cars. So the very first one, we got this 2022 Tesla Model 3. It came up for a brake change job and Uber safety. So if you guys do have a electrical vehicle and you're looking for a safety, you can come to our shop. So that's the first job for today. And the second one, we got this 2024 F-150 XTL. It came up for oil change and 20 fluid flush. And the third one, we got this 2017 Chevy Cruze 1.4 liter turbo. It come up for all four brakes, and there is a code for a limp mode for the turbo on this car, which is pretty much common on the Cruze. So we're going to fix that turbo problem on the car, and we're going to put the brakes. And other ones we'll show you shortly, but for now, this Mercedes CLA 250 is coming out from the shop, as it's done with a steering problem, and we're just waiting for the brakes on this car. It's gonna be probably here by noon. So for now, I'm going to take this Tesla inside, and the best part is it's not working properly. I don't know how this thing goes, but I don't like this concept, because when there is a freezing, how you can open this thing, because it's gonna be freeze like a cement. Alrighty, so I'm going to put it in, and this is going for a brake change job. So the password you have to enter every time to drive it. So yeah, so it's a car with no noise. It's a long-range Tesla. I don't have a Tesla, so I don't exactly know what long-range battery performance is. But yes, so we're going to change the back and the front brakes on this car. And another thing, we got this beautiful 2016 Honda Civic today. It came up for a tire rotation, serpentine belts on this car need to be done. That's our regular customers. And the major thing, you all have to do it once you drive your car with a brand new brake, like almost 20,000 kilometers. So we need to service the brakes every time you put the new brake. So how it works, as you can see here, it's all dust for all four tires, all four axles. So what we need to do the service is we need to take it apart, clean it up, lube it again, and put it back. That's what we call the services. And this is the 2010 335i, and we're going to do some special work on this car, as this came up with 3 cylinders misfire, and there's a turbo cords on this car too, and transfer box cords on this car, and electronic water pump cords. So to fix this, we need to diagnose it deeply, but for now I'll show you some glimpse here. We mostly get the car like this in the shop. As you can see, it's dipped up all the things under oil, so most likely these ones are the bottom engine pans got leak by the time and the age of the car. It's 2010, so there's a couple of cords of this guy too. That's a transfer box. So what transfer box is, it transferred the shaft right from the transmission to the rear. So that's the rear differential, as it's a all-wheel X-drive car. So first we struggle almost hour and a half to open the front hood of the car, because the latch on the right side was broken. So we tried to do it in a manual way. We did it now. So now we're going to dig up the wall cover, as these cars are pretty notorious on the wall covers. When we lift it up and we find out the wall cover is extremely leaking bad, and the oil filter housing. Those two things we just caught on time when we lift up the hood. But for other things, we'll keep you posted what else we done on this car. But for now, we're just going to dig up the wall cover. And yeah, so this came for service, tire rotation, and serpentine belt on this car. And the customer do have a problem with the fuel gauge. So when they fill up the fuel, they didn't see the gauge goes up. So most of the time when you have the same problem in your car with the fuel gauge, it's most likely the fuel pump in the tank have this gauge with a ball. So once it's stuck at some point, you fill up your gas tank full, it's still down, it doesn't show you the full. So in order to fix it, you have to rip apart the back seats to get access to go under the fuel pump we located in the fuel tank. So we are going to take apart that thing and check what's wrong with it, and yeah, we'll show you how we're going to service the brake. So that is the crack in the wall cover on this car, as you can see. So we're gonna need to take apart the wall cover on this 2010 335. And also I'm gonna show you another thing on this. See, I'm going to put my finger in. Check. So all the coils here and the spark plugs, they dip up with the all engine oil, and even the pockets are filled up with oil. I can just put in my finger in the pocket, as you can see. So it's pretty common in this motor. So here we go. See this? So this is the oil. It's pretty common on this E90, E92 motor. And in order to fix this, we need to take apart this whole wall cover. And what we figured out, 2 of the coils, they got short circuit and got burned. And we're going to replace 2 of the coils, 6 spark plugs, and the new wall cover. So the new wall cover always comes with a bolts, gasket, and this whole plastic cover on top. Also, it came with the seal. As you can see, everything is leaked up. So this seal is no good. So we're going to change the cap also. And that's where we have to go. And the other side, we're going to show you. Come here. So the filter housing do have a lot of oil around. It rights leaking from here. And while driving straight, it travel like this and it stays here. So that is the first thing to do on this car in order to fix the misfiring issue on this motor. So we'll post it afterwards what we're gonna do. Hopefully this time we're gonna change the wall cover, coils, plugs, and the oil filter housing. And then we're going to wash the engine from top to bottom and let the customer drive for 2 weeks to check if anything leaks from the bottom too, because right now it's hard to tell where exactly the active leaks are rather than this too, because eventually the oil overflowed and it just dripped down all the way to the pan. Even the electric water pump on this car is also dipped up with oil. So front and both of the sides of the engine, they are dipped up with the oil. In order to fix it, those are the first steps we're going to do. And after that, we're going to wash the engine exactly to see where other active oil leaks are. So if you guys do have the same thing, you can just contact us and we'll post it and the next clip what's happening in the engine. So we got the second car of the day. It's a Tesla. It's 2022 Tesla Model 3, and it comes for a brake change. As you can see, the pads are almost 70%. So the customer, they don't drive it much. As you can see, the grabbing on the rotor, it's less than 85%. You can see this scoring is not going to pass the safety. If you want to do the safety and your rotor looks like this, they're not going to clear. So in this case, what we do, we change the rotors on the thing, and we order all 4 rotors from Tesla. They're on the way, and we're going to put the new rotors with the older pads, as they are dual piston in the front. So always when you have the dual piston in the front, they need the brake sensors every time you change the rotor or the pads. So we change the rotor this time. Also, we order the brake sensors. If you guys do have Teslas, you can bring it in, give us a call. It's 647-708-1300. We're happy to help you out. As you can see, this Tesla, it have the electronics calipers on the back, and that's how we do the brakes. We already cleaned the hub and put the lube. We're just waiting for Tesla to deliver the rotors on the back. Then we're gonna place it here. As you can see, the car only have 30 Ks on it, and you see the rust on the rotor right now. So even this one is, the grabbing is less than 50%. As you can see, the scoring, that's a rust on that thing. I don't know how it happened in 30 Ks on this car, but to pass the safety on this car, in order to fix it, we need to replace the rotors, and that's what we're going to do it. And on the BMW, we'll show you soon. So we pull up this BMW out of the shop for now, because we're just waiting for the parts to come in to get it fixed. And here today we got this 2015 Chrysler 200S. It came up with a tow, and the problem in this car is the brakes. They're squeaking really bad. As you can see, it's all roted up. So in order to fix it, we need to put the new brakes, rotors and pads. And also this car have a problem with the alternator and the battery. So the battery on this car is almost 6 years old. So battery and alternator, because the alternator is only charging 11 volts. The working alternator should have 14.5. 13.8 to 14.5 is the ideal for a working alternator. And this 2011 Honda Accord, it's a coupe. It came up with a airbag on, so it's in a limp mode. It's not going more than 20 kilometers. So when we check it out, it's the timing chain on the engine that's stretched up, and the timing goes advanced on this motor. It's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, and this Mercedes, it's the steering rack on this is already installed. So now we're just waiting for the brakes and the pads, because this one is a vented on the rear, and this one also, it's a sports package CLA 250. So that one we going to receive the brakes today, and we'll check. It's a Friday today, so it's end of the week, and we are hopefully wrapping up everything today. And we got this 2016 Chevy Cruze right here. It came up for a safety certification. Also, it came up with the engine light on. When we diagnosed its turbo boost code on the same problem with the Cruze. Always, we already did like 3 Cruze in the last 2 weeks with a turbo issue. And we got some new thing here today. So we got this 2016 550 V8. That's a rare car, and it came up with these brand new wheels, as you can see. That's a MPAC OEM wheels. So we're going to install and dress this car like next level. So it comes with a staggered one. These are 275 55 19s, and the front one is 255 30 19s. So we're going to put this on this absolute beast car. And after a long wait, so almost 3 weeks, we got the AC compressor for this 91 Honda Accord. That was the problem comes up to fix the AC problem in it. And as you can see here, so this is the original brand new from Denso. The manufacturer date on this one is 2002. So this part was sitting in a parts store from almost 2 decades now. So this is the older one. It stopped working. The gas wasn't passed through enough, so it wasn't cooling properly. So in order to fix it, we going to change with the new AC compressor. Whenever we do the AC jobs, we always make sure, as you can see here, it's a Denso one. So that's the OEM come back in days with the Honda. And whenever we do the compressor, we always change this receiver dryer, because most of the time, because they got stuck, and results the compressor goes down. So on this car, finally we got the parts, and we already take apart. Now we're going to install it again and put back to the road ASAP. And if you guys do have any of the similar cars to get fixed, you are most welcome to give us a call at 647-708-1300, or you can just come to our shop at 241 Horton Street. We'll happy to help you out. And that's, we're gonna wrap it up today. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get the more videos for our channel. Thank you so much.